G'day guys, Jeff here, and yes, that's not the Homefront music at the start there. I haven't had time to put it together, but work is settling down, which is great. Now, one thing that happened to me is that when I bought the game, and yes, I bought it brand new, is that my multiplayer battle code didn't work at the start. And then I spoke to THQ, and it took them 7 days to get a working code to me. And I couldn't believe what the fucking code was. So someone there has an amazing sense of humor. But basically, I bitched to them and said, look, it took them so long to reply to me to give me that code, but, at least they came through in the end. So yesterday I played my first multiplayer after entering the battle code, and on purpose, I tried to not watch other people's Homefront multiplayer games because I like to have my own take on the experience and to work things out for myself. I like the frustration of not being good at a game at the start, so I expect to go negative, and this is my first play. I expect to go negative on the first game or two, but I was surprised at how quickly you can actually turn around your KD on Homefront. I'm now 4 games in, and I've already got a positive KD, even though I had a terrible start here. So I don't know any of the maps. I haven't gone in single. Obviously, the controls are like the default COD, and I play tactical, so there's a few changes that need to be made there. He killed me super quick compared to what I could kill him, so I don't know how I died so easily there. But for this, I wanted to use all the default setups. I didn't want to get into any perk changes too much, although I did choose some of the 1-point perks rather than the 2-point perks at the start. And one thing that quickly became apparent, apart from learning the maps, is that there's some definite long lines of sight, like, say, Battlefield. But in saying that as well, because they don't have bullet drop or whatnot, I think that there's going to be a lot of people who prefer sniping over getting nitty and gritty with the assault weapons, SMGs and LMGs and whatnot. So for my second match, I moved over to the sniper role. I won't show that fully. I can if you guys want to, so just leave a comment if you do. But yeah, so with this game, I just start off with assault. I mean, assault is generally the bread and butter of most Call of Duties anyway, unless you want to play a running game, which I don't recommend when you're first learning maps. So as you can see, I'm taking it slow. I'm just understanding what the different mechanics of shooting are, if there's any bloom or there's not, obviously, or if there's what the accuracy is when you go full auto versus bursting. And there you go, there's a long line of sight there, and because there's no bullet drop, they just have to pull the trigger when the crosshairs are on me, and there's almost a kill. There are some, thankfully the beginning sniper rifle isn't so overpowered that sometimes if you don't get a headshot, you got to put 2 or even 3 shots into the person. So that at least gives you some time to get out of the way. And there was a little bit of fail there in terms of accuracy, but again, there's another sniper shot from long distance, just watching around the corner, and he's probably just watching that fence, and as soon as someone steps around, pulls the trigger, and you're dead. So I come in with the sniper rifle here just to give it a go, and with snipers you also have the handguns. As for the grenade throws, they're going to take a little while to get used to, because I've found sometimes what would be considered perfect placement, even for most first-person shooters, you would find the grenade would roll past the person you're trying to kill and then blow up behind them perhaps, and then they only get hurt. So if that happens, you're obviously at a disadvantage because you're not going to get that kill and potentially alert them to where you are. These little add-ons with your battle points are quite cool, like the turret, not accurate at distance, which I found out in this map. So you actually want to get the turret well in there I use the outskirts of the map to flank the enemy line and come in behind them. I mean, the turret makes a lot of noise when it's near an enemy, and they also get a warning, I believe, that there's enemy units nearby, but yeah, so it's best to get it in close. The EMP grenades is what you throw at electronic things to stop it. So if you've got, say, an RPG for a bigger one like a tank, you throw an EMP, it stops moving, and then you pull out your RPG and shoot it. But yeah, as for the little ones, you just get a line of sight and lay into it with your primary weapon, and you'll be able to take it out. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I think I tried to zoom in and ended up doing a melee. It looks like my teammate teabagged that guy, but yeah, so sniper rifles I think are going to dominate many of these multiplayer maps at the start, but outside of that, battle points are pretty interesting. I've only played in the team deathmatch mode at the moment, and I'm going to get a few games in today and tomorrow to try to give you guys some tips about how to best use the battle points. One thing I found, and it really turned my KD around quickly, is to use your battle points for the tanks like the Abrams and whatnot, because you can go on a 10-15 man killing spree before anyone touches you in the tanks, because it looks like just like in the battlefield sense, vehicles are left alone when you're with a random group of people. I'm not playing with people from Huppet here. I'm actually just playing a random group. No one on my friends list actually was running Homefront. Surprisingly, many people were running Modern Warfare 2, but yeah, no one was running Homefront. So I'll get into a couple of coordinated teams and I'll see what strategies and tactics I can bring to you guys. I was double teamed there, and I had some major sensitivity fail and couldn't name it all of that guy. That fly-in at the start, I actually do like that. Obviously, showing you where the enemy is going to be, but it does certainly give you an advantage. Here you can hear that turret shooting, or some form of another sniper rifle. It looks like. Ah, no, it was a bomb. Hellfire, I think. So I got killed by long lines of sight maybe 3 or 4 times, and I got killed by battle point weapons a number of times. So here I'm just actually testing out various things. What can damage what. Does it need to be have 2 clips put into it or whatnot? And then the airstrike killed me there, I think. Oh no, maybe the chopper did. So when you first start a game, it's all about understanding that you're going to be on the back foot for people who've played it for such a long time. I mean, a lot of people had 7 days on me here. I was rank 1. Many people around me were very high ranked. I don't think they're playing that well. So I think there's a real opportunity to do good in this game in terms of KD, and the wins obviously from a team. Because the amount of players on team are so high for these game types, especially like the domination variant, where you control areas. I think it's going to, if you're not going to put a large team together, then you might have difficulty coordinating a winning group unless you completely obliterate the enemy with your battle points, because it's very easy to see how I just get killed super quickly, but my simple gun doesn't do anything to them. So I'm going to start going through, personally I'm going to start going through the weapons and find out the different strengths of them. Obviously in single player you don't get to do weapon strength and perk tests and whatnot, but we'll see. Nice random grenade there back to where the enemy was, and here I am shooting into the, the turret, and the final score is a major loss, and I think I was the last kill. But anyway, guys, that was it. So I think that was a 4 and 10. Absolutely terrible, but it's okay for a first match. At least I got a few kills. And this is a copy of the second match. So it was 8 and 8. And the third match was a 21 and 10 or 21 and 9 because of the tank. And the following one after that was like a 25 and 4 again because of the battle points and tanks. So I'll start to work things out and let you guys know how it's best to get into positive KD. Until next time. See ya.